Hey everyone. Now yesterday I was over at 2nd and Charles in Bossier City because I was behind on a few books, and I found 8 of them. And I'm going to go ahead and reveal them right now, but I'm not going to give a brief description of them. Alright, first up is Deadpool number 8. Deadpool number 9. Deadpool number 10. Deadpool number 11. Captain Marvel number 4. Nova number 4. Nova number 5. And Nova number 6. Now again, that's 8 I bought, which brings the total number of comics I bought since December of 1997 to 7,362. Watch the show. Welcome to this week's edition of the Comic Hero Show. I'm your host, Victor Nunley, and I am the Comic Hero. Coming to you from Clint's Comics in Monroe, Louisiana, and as you can see, I'm wearing a University of Oregon Ducks themed Comic Hero tee, and the reason for that is because a few days ago they ended up winning the men's golf team ended up winning a national championship, and to go along with the tee, it's University of Oregon hat. Go Ducks! All right, looking outside, it's not as nasty as it was last week, but it's coming. All right, it's time to give away a free T-shirt. Now, last week's episode, I asked who was the voice actor who played the voice of the Hulk in the Incredible Hulk animated series that ran from 1996 through 1998. And I gave some hints. One of the hints was, well, one was he also played the voice of the Hulk in the Incredible Hulk from 2008. Another one was he played the voice of the Hulk in Marvel's The Avengers from 2012. And another was he played the voice of the Hulk in Avengers Age of Ultron from last year. Well, the correct answer is the Hulk himself, Lou Ferrigno. And 4 people have answered correctly, and I'm about to draw their name for a free T-shirt. So, the winner of the free Comic Hero T-shirt for this week is Adrian Gowan from Sterlington, Louisiana. So congratulations, Adrian. You win yourself a free Comic Hero tee. All right, here's the question for next week's episode. Now, Wolverine made his debut in The Incredible Hulk, number 181 in 1974. Who was the Hulk fighting in that issue? Just a minute. Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in a drawing for a free Comic Hero tee in next week's episode. Oh, by the way, here's a hint. This creature that the Hulk was fighting, the name of the creature, that was the only word he could also say. Y'all didn't hear that, folks. All right, so I gotta ask. Any questions?
Questions I walk around in. Questions I didn't cry in. Questions.
All right, only have one question for this week. It's from Brandon Ringo from West Monroe, Louisiana, aka the Evil Twin. He asked, "What are your thoughts of Captain America's Steve Rogers #1?" Well, Brandon, wasn't expecting that. You know what? I was going to wait and talk about this in the Comically Speaking segment, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about it right now. For those y'all don't know, at the end of it, most of y'all may know this because it was all over the news last week, but Steve Rogers turned heel and turned out to be an agent of Hydra. And in it, we also learn a backstory about when he was growing up in New York. Now, keep in mind, his parents are immigrants. They immigrated to New York right before Steve Rogers was born. And I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not, but in the But in number one, it was kept talking about like when he was growing up and how much of a moron his father was and all that. And we also see the Red Skull in the issue. So now I'm not really in support of that. Well, because we all know Captain America is like the most American to ever have been in comics and all that. But here's one thing that there's another thing that I don't like. Fans that are threatening to kill writer Nick Spencer because of it. Look, yeah, I don't like it any more than you do, but at the same time, it's just a dadgum book. Stop making mountains out of molehills, folks. Just stop. All right, that's it for any questions. Now that I have a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight for you, and this one is one that I think just about most of the meteorologists for the Weather Channel are going to appreciate. Representing DC, we have the Weather Wizard. And representing Marvel, we have Storm. These two are going to duke it out in a segment I like to call
the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown.
Welcome to the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Today, it's Weather Wizard versus Storm. Weather Wizard possesses weather manipulation via Weather Wand and limited magnetic manipulation. Storm possesses weather manipulation, flight, and ecological empathy. Who would win? Even though this really wouldn't be close, Weather Wizard would still give Storm a run for her money. With his Weather Wand, he would try to end it by quickly encasing her in ice. Big mistake. We all know that Storm is violently claustrophobic. She breaks free from the ice and snaps Weather Wizard's wand in half, beats him within an inch of his life, and unleashes a combination of lightning and hail on him. Somewhere off in the distance, Weather Channel meteorologist Jim Cantori is standing by with a cameraman yelling, "I see a lot of people running away from this, but we're sticking around until the end. I've never seen anything like this. This is better than sex and winning Powerball combined. Oh yeah, baby!" Storm wins. And that concludes this fight on the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight. And if you have a request for one, contact info is down there. All right, last week, at the end of last week's episode, I promised that I was going to bring you a Comicology 101 segment, and I'm going to do that for the month. Now, keep in mind, folks, Comicology 101 is a monthly, is a limited segment that I do, and I usually do it for about a month. And in this one, I'm going to be featuring a character that was in Captain America: Civil War, and also will be getting his own movie in 2 years. And that character is the Black Panther. So, ladies and gentlemen, class is now in session. Welcome to Comicology 101. This month, I'll be discussing the Marvel superhero, the Black Panther. Today, I'll give a brief description and list of powers of the character. The Black Panther is a fictional superhero appearing in Marvel Comics. Created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, he first appeared in Fantastic Four number 52 in July of 1966. He is the first black superhero in mainstream American comics, debuting years before such early African-American superheroes as the Falcon in 1969, Luke Cage in 1972, John Stewart in 1971, Tyrock in 1976, and Black Lightning in 1977. The character is usually depicted as the king and protector of Wakanda, a fictional African nation. The title Black Panther is a rank of office, chieftain of the Wakanda Panther clan. As chieftain, the Panther is entitled to eat a special heart-shaped herb, which, in addition to his mystical connection with the Wakanda Panther god, grants him superhumanly acute senses, enhanced strength, speed, agility, stamina, durability, healing, and reflexes. He is a skilled hunter, tracker, strategist, politician, inventor, and scientist. He has a PhD in physics from Oxford University. T'Challa, the Black Panther's real name, is a rigorously trained gymnast and acrobat, and is a master in various African martial arts, as well as contemporary martial arts and fighting styles that belong to known disciplines. Considered one of the 8 smartest people on the planet, he is a genius in physics and advanced technology, and is a brilliant inventor. He has been granted the strength and knowledge of every past Black Panther. That's all for today. Next time I'll discuss the publication history of the Panther. Class dismissed. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the Comicology 101 Part 1 segment of the Black Panther, and next week I will have Part 2, which is going to be, as I just stated, the publication history of the character. Now then, it's time for my favorite and your favorite segment, Comically Speaking. Oh, and by the way, also Silas's favorite segment, Comically Speaking. By the way, if you probably noticed, he's not here. My sidekick isn't here this week, so yeah. But anyway, without further ado, let's talk comics. All right, in last week's episode, I said that I was going to talk about my review on X-Men Apocalypse, but I have some very bad and very embarrassing news. I haven't gotten a chance to see it yet. And the reason being is it's either because of work or being out of town or being tired from work. But don't worry, I am going to still go out and see it. All right, but next thing I want to talk about is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. It comes out in theaters today. I'm going to go see it tonight. And that is a lock. For those of y'all who don't know, wait a minute, why are you talking about this show? Why are you talking about this movie? It's not... It's based on a cartoon. Wrong! Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was created by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird and debuted in Gobbledygook #1 in 1984. Besides, I've said that on the show before. And they've had their book for the longest time, and they didn't become a cartoon until 1987, which was 3 years after they debuted. And it's going to have some of the characters back, and have going to have Michelangelo, Leonardo, Donatello, and Raphael, and then Master Splinter, and then Megan Fox is coming back as April O'Neil, and Will Arnett as Vern Fenwick. But also we're going to see some more characters. I mean, Tyler Perry is going to be playing Baxter Stockman, and we're also going to see Bebop and Rocksteady. And get this, Krang is going to be in the movie, so you know it's going to be on and popping. I most definitely, and I will have my review of that movie in episode 116 in next week's which is next week's episode of the show. And then the last thing, Brie Larson has been. It has been said that she has been casted to play the lead role in the Captain Marvel movie coming out next year. She wasn't exactly on my list of who I thought would play Captain Marvel, but just like Hunter used to say, works for me. All right, that's it for Comically Speaking. Now then, let's get to the comics I bought this week.
Comic books I bought this week.
All right, first up is Daredevil number 13. Now, this is a giant-sized issue. Now, the reason why it's giant-sized is because there's like 4 different issues inside. It's not just your normal 22-page issue. This is like 88 pages. And some of them is Deadpool, and some of them is Daredevil, and then there's Iron Fist and Luke Cage. But anything that I'm a big fan of anything Jerry Duggan writes, and also, my understanding, Charles Soule is contributing to this issue. All right, next up is Spider-Women Omega. Oops. Spider-Women Omega. This is the conclusion to the story arc that's going on in Spider-Woman, Spider-Gwen, and Silk. And they were in in Gwen Stacy's universe. And they ended up getting back to their own Marvel universe, but then a lot of things started happening, and there was some ramifications. There were some folks came in from Gwen Stacy's universe, and they had to clean up a lot of things, and this is the conclusion to that. All right, next up is All New, All Different Avengers number 10. This is, they're still falling out from the Avengers standoff, Assault on Pleasant Hill story arc that just ended last month, and it continues. Last issue we found out about the all new Wasp, and this issue they take to the stars. I'm thinking Quasar might be involved since Quasar returned to the dead in Avengers Standoff. And then finally, the Totally Awesome Hulk number 6. Now this Hulk is not Bruce Banner. Instead, it's Amadeus Cho, who happens to be one of the smartest people in the universe, and he is he's done a lot. I mean, he's gone up against this alien world killer, ended up in a brief relationship with the same world killer, and now he's going up against the mighty Thor. Yeah. All right, that's 4 I bought, which brings the total number of comics that I bought since December of 1997 to 7,366. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and I really hope you enjoyed the Comicology 101 on Black Panther. Now, keep in mind, that was part 1. I no longer do all of it in one day because when I first started doing it about 2 years ago, it was, I remember I did a Batman Comicology 101, and it took up I think 45 minutes, and the episode lasted just over an hour. Excuse me, but now I break it up in parts. So next week's episode, I'll be talking about the character's publication history. And also, oh, by the way, today is, I don't have any with me, but today is National Donut Day. So happy National Donut Day, everyone. And here's the question for the free Comic Hero Tee for next week's episode. Now, Wolverine made his debut in Incredible Hulk number 181 in 1974. Who is the Hulk fighting in that issue? Here's a hint. It's not Wolverine. Well, not directly. Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in a drawing for a free Comic Hero Tee in next week's episode. And then also, I'll be giving you my a review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows and X-Men Apocalypse. Now, I know that I said I was going to do it after last week's episode, but life got in the way, had to adult, couldn't do what I wanted, even though I really wanted to. But I promise you, I'll watch it before episode 116. That is a definite. All right. Also, congratulations to my friends Alicia Arsenault and Stephen White. They just welcomed their first child in the world. So welcome to the world, Leon. I'll get myself a little Comic Hero tee. I hope you like your new onesie. Oh, and one other thing. T-shirts. If you don't mind buying a T-shirt, for adults they're $10. For children they're $5. And if you're expecting parents, if you want a onesie, they're $3. Also, by the way, congratulations to the University of Oregon men's golf team for winning the national championship today. And also, even though they beat them, also congratulations to the University of Texas men's golf team. I mean, on my show there are no losers, only winners. And I'm not being sarcastic. I actually mean that. All right. So anyway, I'm Victor Nunley. I'm the Comic Hero. We'll see you next week for episode 116, right back here at Clint's Comics. So till then, be safe, be blessed, be a hero, go Ducks, and vote for Loki. Now, last week's episode, I asked who was the voice actor who played the voice of the Incredible Hulk in the Incredible Hulk animated series that ran from All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and I hope you also enjoyed the comic